Welcome to Nirmaya Care, where health meets understanding. This video was originally published on nirmayacare.com. For an uncensored, ad-free version of this video and other health education content, visit nirmayacare.com.
Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're diving into a topic that, well, a lot of us deal with, but pretty much nobody likes to talk about. Yup, constipation. It's super common, and in this explainer, we're going to break it all down, what it is, what causes it, and the best part, some really simple things you can do to feel better. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like your toilet breaks are starting to last longer than your lunch breaks? Yeah? If you're nodding along right now, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. Not even close. Get this number in your head, 22%. That's right. A huge gut health survey in India found that 22% of adults are dealing with constipation. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's more than 1 in every 5 people you meet. So, the big takeaway here is that this is an incredibly common problem. The first thing we need to do is just get it out in the open. It's totally manageable, and there is absolutely zero reason to feel embarrassed about it. Okay, so let's get into our first section, an uncomfortable, common problem. We're going to define what we're actually talking about here and figure out what's even considered normal. All right, so what is constipation, in medical terms? A lot of people think it's just about how often you go, but it's way more than that. It's also about the experience. The official definition is having fewer than 3 bowel movements a week, passing stools that are hard and dry, or that feeling, the one where you feel like you're not fully done. And let's translate that medical speak into what it actually feels like. We're talking bloating, abdominal cramps, having to strain way too much, and that really frustrating feeling of fullness even after you've gone. These are the things that can totally mess with your day, right? It can affect your appetite, even your mood. Now look, everybody's body is on its own schedule. Some people go a few times a day, others just a few times a week, and that's all normal. But here's a good general rule to keep in mind. If you go more than 3 days without a bowel movement, that's usually a sign that things are getting a little, backed up. It's probably time to start paying attention. So, that leads us to the big question, right? What's clogging the system? Let's dig into some of the lifestyle and even medical reasons this happens. A lot of the time, the reason behind all this isn't some big, complicated medical mystery. It's actually the small, everyday things. Think of it like a slow traffic jam caused by our daily habits, what we eat, and our routines. And when you look at this list, you can see how it all connects. Not eating enough fiber, there's less bulk to get things moving. Not drinking enough water, everything just gets harder and drier. Not moving your body enough, that slows down your intestines. And yet, even stress and anxiety can physically tighten things up in your gut. But of course, it's not always just about lifestyle choices. Sometimes constipation is a side effect of medications you might need for things like pain or depression. It can also be tied to medical conditions like diabetes or IBS. It can even pop up when someone is quitting something like tobacco. So it's really important to remember that the cause can be a bit more complex. Okay, this next part is really, really important. Let's talk about when to see a doctor. We need to be able to recognize the red flags that mean it's time to get some professional help. So here's the deal. If your symptoms have been hanging around for more than 3 weeks, or if you see any of these things on the list, especially bleeding, constant pain, or losing weight without trying to, it's time to make a doctor's appointment. Seriously, this isn't to scare you, it's about being smart and making sure you get the right care at the right time. All right, enough about the problems. Let's talk solutions. It's time to open up your gut health toolkit. We've got some simple, practical steps you can start using for both prevention and relief. And the absolute star of this toolkit, the number one thing to focus on is this: 40 grams. 40. That's how many grams of fiber an adult should aim for every day. Why? Because fiber is like a sponge. It adds bulk and soaks up water, which makes everything softer and, you guessed it, much easier to pass. That's your magic number. So here's a super simple 4-step plan to get things moving. Step 1, hydrate. Fiber is great, but it needs water to do its job, so drink up. Step 2, add fiber. And do it gradually, okay? Your body needs time to adjust. Step 3, get moving. Even a brisk walk can wake up your intestines. And step 4, build a routine. Your body actually loves a schedule, so try to go around the same time each day. And super important, don't ignore the urge when it comes. Okay, so how do you actually get to that 40-gram goal? Here are a few heavy hitters for your diet. Papaya has a natural enzyme that helps with digestion. Apples are packed with soluble fiber to help soften things up. And yeah, dried plums or prunes. They're a classic for a very good reason. Just sprinkling these into your diet can be a really simple but powerful strategy. All right, let's wrap this up by talking about moving forward. What's your path to better digestive health for the long run? I love this quote because it really helps you reframe the whole situation. Don't think of it as your body failing you. Think of it as a signal. It's your body just kind of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, I could use a little extra care over here. And really, that's the main takeaway from all of this. You don't need to do some massive, crazy life overhaul. It's about small, consistent changes. A little more water, a bit more fiber, some regular movement, and managing your stress. All of these little things add up to make a huge difference for your gut and honestly how you feel overall. So I'm going to leave you with a question. Don't feel like you have to change everything all at once. Just ask yourself this. What is one small thing I can do for my gut today? Just one thing. Maybe it's grabbing an extra bottle of water for your desk, or swapping your usual snack for an apple. Whatever it is, start there. That's the first step. Thanks so much for tuning in.